We are now just 11 months away from the release of Star Wars Episode 9 by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, what's really interesting about Episode 9 is how big of a movie it really is going to be, and that's what's really fascinating me so much, is how J.J. Abrams is going to be able to fit a lot of characters into this film, as well as a lot of subplots and a lot of plot pieces, as well as cameos and different worlds that will be coming into play here from the EU and Legends material. I mean, there really is a lot going on with this movie. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with the description of Rey and her connection to Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker and more. Specifically, a description of Rey tinkering and repairing Anakin's lightsaber and extracting the Kyber crystal out of the chamber with a tool. The next describes Rey hearing voices of Luke and Anakin as well as Leia and dialogue of Darth Vader. It's described the dialogue of Luke, Anakin, Leia, and Vader are all meshed together, to which the sequence is described as Rey's connection to the Skywalkers. It's also described that Rey learns a certain partial truth that will change the character forever. The last goes over Rey wielding the lightsaber now activated and appears to be unstable like Kylo's, inside of a large room full of relics. This is a major hint and or indicator of Rey being related to the Skywalker lineage. Now, I really want to go over a couple of parts about this and my actual thoughts about everything when it comes to the character of Rey, quite possibly being a Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, there's this connection, there's always been this connection between Rey and the Skywalker lightsaber. A lot of people have always been wondering as to why she is drawn to the saber, why it called to her, and exactly why she has all the powers that she has, etc. So there really is, a lot of mystery within The Force Awakens that went unanswered by J.J. Abrams that he will be answering in Episode 9. And it was always Abrams' plan to give Rey a very important lineage and a very important bloodline in, of course, the Star Wars sequel trilogy. So with that being said, alright, what's really intriguing to me is I'm not quite sure how they could really even make Rey a Skywalker. To me, we fall into two problems. The first problem is it would make Luke Skywalker look like a terrible father if he abandoned Rey on Jakku or somewhere else and just left her wondering who her family or father really was. The other thing here is this. Now, we do know that there are going to be a lot of Reylo moments and scenes in this movie. And we also know that there are a lot of romantic sequences between both Rey and Kylo Ren. However, it hasn't escalated to the point where they are kissing or anything like that. So, it could really go either way. Now, the whole entire concept of Reylo would be destroyed by this because that would make them cousins. If she is indeed the actual daughter of Luke Skywalker, this really would make no sense at all whatsoever. However, if she is created by the Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker DNA through Luke Skywalker's severed hand on Cloud City, I guess that can make a whole lot more sense and could quite possibly give things a pass between both Rey and Kylo Ren. It would still be weird though. Now, what they could also do, J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, and this is a huge possibility, is that we are getting these Reylo scenes, and we do know that they are filming a lot of these Reylo scenes in Episode 9, especially in the third act of the movie. However, no kissing scenes have actually been described as of yet, so it's possible that we're going to get a lot of these Reylo sequences, and then when she learns the real truth about her lineage, where she comes from, her origins, and that she is indeed connected to the Skywalker lineage and family, then they can revert that whole entire connection between Rey and Kylo Ren, kind of giving us a parallel to what happened in the original trilogy where you saw, this little connection between Luke and Leia in A New Hope and in The Empire Strikes Back. And then in Return of the Jedi, that's all gone. So they could do something all like that all in one actual movie itself. Now, the one thing that I really do want to go over is how she's repairing the actual Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. She's reforging it, and she begins to hear voices of Anakin, Vader, Leia, and Luke, and is described as her connection to the Skywalker family, to the Skywalkers. Again, like I say, why is she hearing all these different voices of the Skywalker family and whoever's connected to the lightsaber itself? Now, we do know that J.J. Abrams is going to be delivering tons of twists and turns in this movie that's truly going to make us look at both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi in a totally different way, which is indeed the true daughter of Luke Skywalker for all we know. But like I say, if that's the case, you run into multiple problems. It would make Luke look like a terrible father, and it would also destroy all the Reylo scenes and the attempted Reylo scenes as well. Now, I don't know if this is, a change in direction in the script or not, but I think that J.J. Abrams is just really trying to deliver a lot of twists and turns, and I think that if he goes down this route, I feel like that a lot of people want something a little bit more surprising and a little bit more, I guess you could say, unpredictable, because we do know that this ending to this movie is going to be very unpredictable. We heard this before, and that it's really going to shock a lot of fans out there and could really open up to a lot of possibilities of what's to come in the future. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.